Welcome everyone to yes, we're back in. Welcome to a very, very tired preview. This half term hasn't been much of a break, let's say, but we're here now. That's the main. Hope all is good. I have a new bit of kit which I'm going to try out. So if this camera goes awry, let me just enable stuff on
my next one. I can switch to this, turn the echo off. I can switch to this one, and all will be fine and dandy until I look back at my computer screen in front of me here, which means I can then go back to
this view, which I'm still out of focus on. But the reason, yes, we're back. The reason I'm testing this out is just because it's a new laptop that I've bought for uni purposes when I go to uni in September. So I want to give it a whirl, want to see how it works, that kind of thing. But also, it is very, very cool backup option if I need to go out of focus and suddenly
this. So whilst I'm talking through bits that I'm looking through on my main PC here, I'll be looking at chat here. So if you see me whilst I'm talking up here, look down like that and be reading what you're saying. For example, Archie, I can see that you're going tomorrow, and Jeff, you've asked which uni. That will be why. It's not because it's just because I'm bored and can't be bothered to look down the camera and that kind of thing. I'm still looking at this camera even when I'm talking to this one. Anyway, right. I think we switch back now. Hold on.
Yes, there we go. Look at that. Right, let me turn my mic and cam off on this one now, because I hope to God I won't need it and I can just see chat. Yeah. Actually, can I show you what I see on this one? This is the setup I've got on my other screen. Okay, now I can stop. I can stop showing this off. It's just a very convenient tool to have, really, isn't it? Let's actually see what's going on here. Evening, Joe. Love the background. Thank you, Ashley. AGU, you're on time. All you've missed is me showing off that I can take this off and put another camera on. It's a luxury. It's a luxury. What can I say? I might have to take one of my little lapel mics if I'm doing previews on that at uni, though. Because that is, well, it's I don't trust that the audio quality on that is as crisp as it is using the beast I've got here. Anyway, Harley says, hope we win. Will, how you doing? If we were to beat West Brom to 5th this season, the next 3 games we need to get at least 6-7 points. A win tomorrow is a must. Definitely. Excuse me. I agree with everything you're saying there, Will. I'd take a point out of Southampton. I think now's a good time to play them, now they've had that unbeaten run taken off them. Excuse me. And West Brom next week is a must win. We do have to beat them. Absolutely. Jeff, how we doing? Tommy, how we doing? Archie, hello. You reckon we'll lose 2-1? Interesting. Tommy says, I saw you in front of VIP bit at Swansea. I was in the VIP bit watching next to the owner. You saw me in front of the VIP bit? I was in the South Stand then. I'm not sure how you're seeing that. Somlio, UT teammate. I've debated it in the past. If I'm going to do it, it'll be in the off season when I can, do streams and stuff like that in more time, because I've got no time at the minute. It's A-levels are fun. Totally do them, but stressful time. Gallagher, hello. Harley, how we doing? Fancy says Tigers on top about that. Nice. Archie's going tomorrow. Jeff, I want to be in Sheffield. My first choice one if I get the grades for that. If not, I'll be in either Lincoln or one in Manchester. Huddersfield say they're going to batter us tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. Huddersfield have been playing quite well. I'll give them that. But I think we've got a bit of belief now. Anyway, do I think Philogene will win the Pushcast Award? It would be great. I spoke to Jaden yesterday as he was leaving the training ground. First of all, first things first, had to get the formalities out of the way. Hadn't managed to catch him because he's been injured and stuff like that since I got his card printed out. So that's that. There's definitely a business in me selling these, but it's rights to the images that will probably be a pain in the backside. But there is definitely a business in these. But yeah, so he signed that. When I say rights to the images as well, I mean all of these images are taken from somewhere, and to do it all above board and legally, I would have to buy the images outright and do all that kind of thing, which if it's for personal use, I'll take low quality ones. I'll take, like for Matty Jacob, for example, I've nabbed 2 off his Instagram there and stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, these are the best set I've done, but yeah, cool. Anyway, and I back to the point. I asked Jaden, "Did you mean it?" He goes, "Yeah, of course." And then we probe. Do you think it'll win the Pushcast Award? And he said something that ended in it, but I don't. He either said it so fast or mumbled it. I'm not sure what he said, but nice kid is Jaden, really nice lad. I've got 4 months off after my exams because I'm switching to a T level. Don't know what to do with myself. Lincoln Uni is class because you get free driving lessons. I've passed my driving test anyway, mate. I've got my license in here. It is this card here, which I'm not showing you any more of. Yeah. Most unnecessary goal you'll ever see. It's great though. It's so great. There's no way that wins the Pushcast. It wasn't actually going in. EFL says so. Anyway, Seri will be back on Tuesday. Delap and Furlong are still out injured. James Furlong, by the way, I spoke to him yesterday. He said he's back on the grass running next week. So he's getting closer. Liam Delap is coming to visit the training ground on Thursday and Friday next week. So that will be good for the boys to have him back around. is a popular character in that dressing room. And let's get moving through this, shall we? Oh, God, I don't want to close the stream down. Ref watch. The referee is... I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. This is where I want to see who's seen my tweet earlier. Who's seen my tweet earlier before I put it on screen? How strong is Furlong's Irish accent? Not very strong, really. It's not. I don't think it's quite. I don't know what it is. I think it's stronger than Christie's, but not as strong as Connolly's, I think. No, it is not Gavin Ward. Okay, right. I just need to change the layout of this so that when I share my screen, it doesn't show you it. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's ruined it. I wasn't quick enough. But it's not Gavin Ward. As you can see there, it's Rebecca Welsh. And now, I put a tweet out earlier about Rebecca Welsh. And we will find said tweet. But Rebecca Welsh is the referee. 2 liners are Matthew Jones and Jonathan Hunt. The 4th official is Ed Duckworth. But I put a tweet out earlier speaking about this, in which I was smacked down. If it was Gavin Ward, me and Ashley would probably nuke his house. Oh my God. We'll stop getting me dragged into trouble. I want to know where you get your nukes from, to be honest. There's a joke here about throwing Luke Littler because his nickname's the Nuke. He was fuming last night, by the way. Luke Littler in the Premier League in Glasgow. He was fuming. Not sure if any of you watched darts or not, but Luke Littler was livid. She's probably going to be awful now that we're excited for her. She's horrific, dreading Rebecca Welsh. She'd give out 23 cards a game if she could. Doesn't bode well for Greaves. How many cards did she give out against Rotherham, actually? Because I'll still have all my graphics saved. Cards. Rotherham. She only gave 3 out against Rotherham. Not to worry about there. Luke Littler, old enough to drive, but not on GTA. Littler's probably not had time to do a driving lesson yet. He was 17 about a week and a bit after I was 18. And since then, he's been in Bahrain, the Netherlands, Wigan, Cardiff, Berlin, and Glasgow. And didn't he win a Masters? No, Bunting won the Masters. He's not had time to do driving lessons yet. Gavin Ward's not even the worst ref we've seen. No. Ashley. I'm hovering over the put user in timeout button after that, mate. Nah, Gavin Ward is different. She was fine against Rotherham. She was absolutely fine against Rotherham. And this is my point. When let me get my tweet up. So this was my tweet. We've got Rebecca Welsh against Huddersfield, thank the Lord. Because she is, without question, the best referee that has refereed a Hull City game this season. Not even close. Not even close. To which I have been told, known as giver of yellow cards, she lasted one game in the Prem, then she was booted straight out. She is class. She's horrendous. Our game was a complete one-off. She didn't really have to do much. There was no big decisions to make. Yeah, I saw her ref a Chef Wednesday game and she was awful. Wouldn't be too happy, lad. Apparently she refed for City. The game she refed for City was a one-off. Loads of other teams' fans say she's shite. I don't know what a relatively linear game means. But look, the experience I've had of her as a referee is that she's great. So I haven't got a problem with her. Speaking about Wednesday fans, she was the fourth official when we played Wednesday. And, well, I believe Darren Bond was the referee against Sheffield Wednesday. I would very much have preferred it to be Rebecca Welsh, who was stood on the sidelines. Anyway, moving on. Stats from Rotherham. Look at this. It's beautiful. Apart from the first 15 minutes, we dominated that game. Absolutely dominated that game. And every single stat just proves it. Oh, man. Rotherham. Unbelievable. Huddersfield then, looking at their team, under caretaker boss, remind me of his name, Summit Worthington. John Worthington, that's it. Before their new manager comes in, whose name I have forgotten. You know what? We'll have a look for it now. Andre Brighton-Ritter. Andre Brighton-Ritter. Before he takes charge, one more game under Worthington. In the last game, they beat Sunderland 1-0. Their team was Lee Nichols and goal. Their back four was Matty Pearson, Radinho Balker, Tom Lees, and Brodie Spencer. Midfield of Radoni and Thomas, the wingers. Kasumu, Matos, Wiles, essentially. Wiles, the more advanced of those latter three, with Josh Karoma up top. No space for everyone's favourite donkey, Kyle Hudlin, and second favourite donkey, Delano Bergzorg, who just slightly eclipsed Nick Proschwitz in the donkey gate. Stats from Rotherham, one Pushkas Award winner, like that. Johansson has got to go to a top flight club. You see, I disagree with that. Is he a good goalkeeper? Yes. Is he too good a goalkeeper for Rotherham? Yes, absolutely. But there's a reason he hasn't got a move yet, and that's because his kicking is diabolical. His distribution and his kicking are dire. They're absolutely dire. And that's what's going to stop him from getting a move. Should have kept Worthington. This Andre guy's Fotheringham 2.0 written all over it. Mark Fotheringham, the man with 7 accents. They just man-to-man press. As long as we play Ohio to occupy the CBs, we'll be fine. If Sharp plays, they'll just double on Jaden. I think Ohio will start. I think that's a definite. My friend keeps going on about Bergzorg. Jeez, he's rubbish. He is awful. And AGU says he saw someone say that Bergzorg is better than... We're doing this one.
We're doing this one. I'll see when that mini player sorts itself out. We'll move when I can see on my little HUD that has sorted itself out, we will revert back. Sorry if you're listening to this like a podcast or whatever, and your audio's just been. We're back. We're back. Hold on.
There we go. We are back in business. Let's stop the mic and cam on there now. Yeah, no way Bergzog's better than Delap. No way. Let's move on to current form, shall we? Where we shall start with Huddersfield. Because under Worthington, they've had a little bit of a resurgence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, only one defeat in their last 5 games. One defeat in their last 6 games. Last 5, drew 1-1 with Blackburn, drew 1-1 with QPR, beat Sheffield Wednesday 4-0, lost 5-3 to Southampton, but still took them all the way, went 2-0 up, and then beat Sunderland 1-0. Us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll count that because it's against the Championship team. Lost to Birmingham in the replay, then beat Sunderland, beat Millwall, lost to Swansea, and then beat Rotherham. So our form is looking better now. Our form is looking better. Can we just mention that free kick from Zaruri on Tuesday? Yeah. I said, so when I saw that happen, I said something along the lines of, with a little bit more rudeness, oh my God, is he taking the actual mick? You can decide what word gets replaced in that. Zaruri was good in the first half, but the second half, he was terrible. But that free kick, though, right, it's from the tightest of tight angles known to man. He's got Morton and Slater on the edge. One man marking the two of them. He could have put a cross in. He could have given it to one of those two. Nah. Decides to shoot. What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Exactly my point. Why would you ever shoot from there? I have no idea. Anyway, right, the league table. Sitting nicely in 8th with a game in hand. That one is against Southampton. So if we can get a point from that, that will be perfect. And get a point from that. Hopefully the West Brom result goes our way. And then we beat them. Puts us back in the run, doesn't it? Puts us firmly in with a shout of 5th. We'll see how much of a drop-off Ipswich continue to have. I say drop-off. They're still only 3 points away from 2nd. Yeah, Preston coming up's a big one. Still got to play Watford. Still got to play Borough again. Still got to play Cardiff again. Plymouth again. So, and then down at the bottom, we were debating this on the pod. Excuse me. We were debating this on the pod. Where do we think the cut-off is between teams having nothing to play for? Because I think it's about here. I think Cardiff down to either Blackburn or Swansea, I think are in no danger of going down just in the case of these two. But absolutely not going to go up either. And then the cut-off for autos is here, really, isn't it? Ipswich, the last in the fight for that. And then West Brom down to about Middlesbrough is, I think, the playoff hunt. And West Brom are quite far into it. So they've got a 4-point cushion. So it might be a case of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams fighting over one place as the season draws to a close. Rotherham are down pretty much. I think Wednesday will go. One of QPR or Millwall will go. Huddersfield have pulled themselves out of it, but they might, out of the drop zone, but they might get dragged back into it depending on who the new manager performs. Moral of the story is the championship is the championship. Nothing is confirmed until the end of match week 46, and then there's the playoffs to go. Around the grounds on Championship Matchday 33, the 8 o'clock kickoff tonight is West Brom versus Southampton. Tomorrow, 12:30 is Plymouth versus Leeds. Why you'd put that as a 12:30 kickoff, I have no idea at all. 3 o'clock tomorrow. Millwall versus Sheffield Wednesday. Swansea versus Ipswich. Stoke versus Coventry. Rotherham versus Watford. Preston versus Blackburn. Norwich versus Cardiff. Leicester versus Middlesbrough. Us versus Huddersfield. Bristol City versus QPR. And Birmingham versus Sunderland. Moving on. Memorable match. The only time I've been to Huddersfield and I've seen us come away with anything. Drew 2-2 in April 2016. Patterson gave them the lead. Then we levelled it through Abel Hernandez with 15 minutes to go. Harry Maguire, own goal in the 90th minute. Huddersfield thought they'd won it. Diamande levelled in the 93rd. Our team that day was Alan McGregor in goal. Back three was Harry Maguire, Alex Bruce and Michael Dawson, with your two wing-backs being El Mohammadi and Robertson. Midfield three of Huddleston, Livermore and Diame. Snodgrass and Hernandez up top together in the 3-5-2 that Brucey liked to use sometimes. The bench, Jakupovic, the goalkeeper, Davis, Myler, Klukas, Maloney, Aluko, and Diamande. Huddersfield of note, no one really. No one related to City anyway. Does Jamie Patterson play for Swansea now? Yes, it is that one. And then last time out, 1-0 win. Had to leave it late, but Delap did it. I've got a lot of chat messages going on here. Hi Thomas, how you doing? Not looking forward to West Brom. Early start straight after a week of mocks. Bless you. It's tough. Second tier podcast bums have said Terry is winning, so you know what that means. It's weird that, isn't it? How they tweeted Philogene scored goal of the decade or whatever they said. Goal of the century. On the night, and then on the morning they decided that any championship winger could score it. I'd like to see Jason Lakilo score that. You know, with the utmost respect, because I love the bloke to bits, I don't think Ryan Longman's scoring that. I don't think Ben Wiles is scoring that. I don't think Scott Twine is scoring that. I don't think Brahima Diarra is scoring that. The only wingers in the championship who I'd say could score that are Philogene, Somerville, and Clark. Maybe Nonto as well if you're classing him as a wide player. That's it. That is it. Plymouth and Cardiff are the only teams with no chance of relegation or playoffs. If West Brom win, I swear to God, Rowe, good shout. And actually, no, I am not going tomorrow. Anyway, back to this. The team was also up in goal. Back four, Coyle, Jones, McLaughlin, Greaves. Midfield three of Morton, Seri, Tufan. The wingers were Philogene and Twine with Delap up top. The bench was as follows. Matt Ingram, Ruben Vinagre, Greg Doherty, Aliyah Syed Manesh, Harry Vaughan, James Furlong, Andy Smith, Cyrus Christie and Aaron Connolly. Connolly, who was subbed on, then subbed off again for injury-related purposes. And then the record, Leo. I like that. Evening, mate. Probably just being a simp for him, but Whittaker. Maybe. We were debating this on the podcast the other night. Was it on the podcast? The days are blurring into one. How much could we realistically get for Philogene? I think it was the podcast we were debating this on. And Plymouth wants something like 30 million for Morgan Rogers. That was what someone said. Yeah. If so, mad. Clark would never try it. I'd like to see Crescencio Somerville score it. Fair enough. He's having a great season, though, Somerville. Can't deny that. But, yeah, Malik Wilkes. Malik. Mal. Big Mal. Anyway. The record against these lot is pretty dismal, but we're unbeaten in the last 2. 3 defeats on the spin before the draw and the win. Starting with October 2021 at their place, 2-0 loss. April 2022 at our place, 1-0 loss. Tom Eves with that red card. October 2022 at their place, 2-0 loss. 14th of January 2023, our place, 1-1 draw. Connolly, no, not Connolly, Oscar rescuing us in the last minute. And then we beat them on... Go away! We beat them on Armistice Day in 2023, 1-0, as we just discussed. Okay. Shared shirts. Have a guess, people. Have a guess at shared shirts. Because I think I've got quite a good one. Until I had a little scout, I forgot that this lad played for Huddersfield. Can we have some guesses? Leo, you know, because I told you earlier, because I was so amazed at how much of a banger it was. Come on, tell me. Tell me what you're thinking. Archie, it is not Fraser Campbell. What other guesses have we got, people? I have no clue. God, I can't think. Did Windass play for Huddersfield? I'm searching this now. I don't think Dino did play for Huddersfield, to be honest. No. Windass didn't play for Huddersfield. Will, it's not Fraser Campbell, but I know you're behind. It's not Dino. I'm absolutely certain Dean Windass did not play for Huddersfield. City, Aberdeen, Oxford, Bradford, Borough, Wednesday, Sheffield United, Bradford, us, Oldham, Darlington, Barton, Scarborough. It's not Dino. It's not Dino. I'm going to put you out your misery in 3, in 2, 1. Perennial journeyman Tom Ince. And yes, I have put a typo on it. It says 1 goals for City. Doesn't matter. Signed for us in the summer 2014. Left us very swiftly after that. 13 appearances for us, 1 goal. Huddersfield, 2017, he signed for them when they went up to the Premier League. Left them the following summer, 37 appearances, 3 goals. Oh, for God's sake. Wow. Yeah, that's who we've gone for. That's who we've gone for. Tom Ince. Tom Ince. What a dreadful player. What a dreadful player. Right then. Predicted team. Allsop in goal. Back 4. Coyle, Jones, Greaves and Giles. Midfield. Morton, Slater, Carvalho. Zaruri and Philogene in the wingers. With Ohio coming in up top. Bench. Panda, McLaughlin, Tufan, Doherty, Traore, Sharp, Ashby, Connolly and Abdush as well. Quick one, but one change. And that one change is Sharp coming in. Sharp coming out, Ohio coming in. Yeah, I don't think Rossini said Seri won't be available, and I think he will be kept in. Nice to see Giles. The assist didn't get given to Giles Lee. It took I've watched this back so many times. It took the tiniest deflection off the trailing leg of Peter Chioso, and that meant the assist wasn't given to Ryan Giles. Disgraceful. Anyway, score predictions. So if I'm going to say Will score prediction time. If he's behind, we're going to put that in chat for him. Draw Will's attention to that. Try and draw Will's attention to this so that he can see what's that it's time for score predictions. Ashley says 0-0. Come on, let's get a few more in. 2-0 Philogene at Ohio. 3-2. Will saw your message then. 3-2 Huddersfield. Jeff says 2-2. I think we'll run out at last getting a win at their place. 2-1 winners. And we'll finish with 1-1 to be honest. 3-2, 2-1 Huddersfield. And hopefully a win. Thank you for watching, everyone. Safe travels to all those who are going to Huddersfield tomorrow. I won't be because I need a weekend off. And I am super tired. I just need a rest. So I shall be watching by whatever means. Yeah, take care, everyone. See you later. Up those Tigers. Goodbye.